So we're looking at the Zoom F8 field recorder here, which rents for $20 per day at the member rate or $80 per day at the commercial rate. And let's take a look at what you'll get in the kit. So the first thing we can look at is the carrying case that you'll get with it, that has a clear plastic top, so you can visually still see what the recorder is doing even when it's closed, with access panels on the side for your audio inputs. And so basically that allows even for exterior use in maybe a little bit of moist conditions or something like that. You should still be good to go with this case. You'll obviously get the field recorder itself, which has 8 XLR inputs, as well as 2 mini XLR inputs, and it can run off of 8 AA batteries, or with the provided battery dock, it can also run off of these longer chocolate bar batteries. And in the kit, you'll get 2 of those. Along with that, you'll get the operation manual and the mini XLR to XLR adapter cables to take advantage of those mini XLR ports on the side. And so to use AA batteries, you'll just unscrew this panel on the back. And then there is just this canister which pops open, 4 AA's on one side, 4 AA's on the other side. And then that just slides back into the back, screw it shut, and you're good to go. Generally speaking, you're going to want the AA's as more of a backup power option. Your primary option, you're going to either want to plug in or use the chocolate bar batteries. And so on the left side of the device, there's just the 4-pin, and that'll just snap on. And then you have the base, and you'll see the 2 contacts inside the base, 2 silver contacts. That just snaps in. At the top of the battery there is a power indicator so you can check your levels, and there is even a little switch on top that you can indicate once you've killed a battery that it's empty. So now that we've got our battery attached, we can power the device on. And so we can enable or disable inputs just by pressing the numbered button, and you can see they become red on the screen. So we always know at a glance what's active. We can adjust our levels. Headphone volume knob at the bottom here. And then we can also adjust our pan and things like that on the digital screen. And note that there are a number of digital screens. So this is sort of the default screen, but if we use our menu knob, we can go over to our main outs and just different displays of the same information of our various inputs. Playback buttons at the bottom, obviously. There's a PFL button. We'll bring up a quick menu specific to each input where you can change your phantom power, your input limiters, your fade and your pan, things like that. That's the PFL button. Yeah, and there are things you can do like using 2, like the 1 and 5 input, you can use for the same input and use them to bracket so that you can avoid clipping if you have maybe an actor who likes to whisper and yell very quickly. So there are things you can do like bracketing using 2 separate monitors on the same input. So just check the book if you want to do something like that. Which, by the way, so this runs on SDXC SD cards. There's 2 bays, and we will provide an SD card in each bay, a 16 gigabyte card. Oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention as well, so there is this attachment on the top which allows for you to use this as an intermediate between your camera and your tripod if you kind of want it more accessible to you as a sort of a one-person operation if you don't have a second like a sound person independently, and then it can just act as an intermediate between the camera and the tripod. There is a screw hole on the bottom and on the top, so you can use it that way as well. So that's the Zoom F8 field recorder, which is kind of a good compromise between size and quality. It's a nice portable recorder with pretty low noise floor and pretty high quality sound coming out of it. And again, that's $20 member rate daily, $80 commercial rate daily.